The dream of flying machines is old, but making them fight? That took time. From the earliest sketches of Leonardo da Vinci to the Wright brothers' first flight, humanity has always been fascinated by the idea of taking to the skies. Yet the concept of using these machines for combat was a much later development. Helicopters, strange birds with whirling blades, were first tried out in war during World War II. These early models, like the Sikorsky R4, were groundbreaking in their design but limited in their capabilities. They represented the first tentative steps into a new era of aerial warfare. They weren't much use in the actual fighting, not yet. Their engines were underpowered and their frames were fragile. They could hover and move vertically, but their speed and range were limited. These limitations meant they were more of a novelty than a game-changer on the battlefield. These early choppers were slow and fragile. They were prone to mechanical failures and could be easily shot down. Despite these drawbacks, they offered a glimpse into the future of warfare, where vertical takeoff and landing could provide unique tactical advantages. Mostly they carried messages or looked out for the enemy. Their ability to hover and take off from small clearings made them ideal for reconnaissance missions. They could fly low and slow, providing valuable intelligence to ground commanders. A few daring rescues showed what they might do. These missions demonstrated the potential of helicopters to reach places that were otherwise inaccessible. They could extract wounded soldiers from behind enemy lines or deliver critical supplies to isolated units. But the real test was yet to come. Engineers and military strategists continued to refine helicopter designs, improving their performance and reliability. They envisioned a future where helicopters could play a central role in combat operations. With the Korean War, everything changed. The rugged terrain and lack of infrastructure in Korea made traditional vehicles less effective. Helicopters, with their ability to bypass roads and obstacles, became indispensable. The battlefield was messy, with few roads. Soldiers had to navigate mountains, forests and rivers, often under fire. The helicopter's ability to fly over these obstacles and deliver troops and supplies directly to the front lines was a game-changer. Soldiers were spread out, needing supplies and help fast. Helicopters could quickly transport food, ammunition, and medical supplies to units in need. They could also evacuate the wounded, providing a lifeline to those in desperate situations. The helicopter's time had arrived. No longer just a novelty, they had proven their worth on the battlefield. The lessons learned in Korea would pave the way for even greater advancements in helicopter technology and tactics in the years to come. The Korean War was like nothing before. Mountains and rivers cut up the land. Getting around was slow and dangerous. The helicopter was about to find its purpose. No longer just a scout, the chopper became a lifeline. It carried wounded soldiers to safety, a sight that would become iconic. Supplies were dropped to troops cut off in the hills. The Korean War showed the world what helicopters could do. They could reach places no truck or tank ever could. This changed how wars were fought, and the world was watching. Vietnam was where the helicopter truly earned its wings. The jungle was thick, the enemy hidden. This was a new kind of war, and the helicopter was about to become its symbol. The Bell UH-1 Iroquois, known as the Huey, became a legend. It carried troops into battle, unleashing them right on the enemy. No longer were soldiers stuck on roads. The jungle itself was now a battlefield. The whirring blades of helicopters became the soundtrack of Vietnam. They were everywhere, ferrying troops, hunting the enemy and rescuing the wounded. The age of the helicopter had truly begun. The Vietnam War pushed helicopter design forward. The Huey was tough, but the military needed more. They needed helicopters that could fight back harder and faster. Enter the attack helicopter. Armed with rockets, cannons and miniguns, these choppers became flying gunships. The AH-1 Cobra, with its narrow design and deadly bite, struck fear into the enemy. Helicopters were no longer just about transport. They were a key part of the attack, clearing landing zones and providing cover for ground troops. The technology was evolving, and with it, the face of warfare. Amidst the chaos of war, there was hope in the whirring blades. Helicopters weren't just about fighting, they were about saving lives. The medevac mission became a symbol of hope. When a soldier went down, it was often a helicopter that reached them first. They braved enemy fire to pluck the wounded from the battlefield, rushing them to safety and medical care. Countless lives were saved by these angels with blades. The sight of a medevac helicopter was a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest moments, someone was there to help. Turning the tide. When helicopters ruled the fight, helicopters weren't just tools, they could change the course of battles. These versatile machines became the backbone of many military operations, providing unparalleled support and mobility. Their ability to hover, land in difficult terrain, and transport troops and supplies made them indispensable. In Vietnam, the Battle of Ia Drang was a turning point. This battle marked the first major engagement between the United States Army and the North Vietnamese forces. The rugged terrain of Vietnam posed significant challenges, but helicopters provided a strategic advantage. American troops, outnumbered and surrounded, held on thanks to the bravery of helicopter crews. These crews flew into hostile territory, often under heavy fire, to deliver reinforcements, evacuate the wounded, and provide critical supplies. Their courage and skill were pivotal in ensuring the survival of many soldiers. Wave after wave of helicopters brought reinforcements and supplies. The relentless efforts of these helicopter crews ensured that the troops on the ground had the resources they needed to continue fighting. The sight of helicopters arriving with much-needed supplies boosted the morale of the soldiers and provided a lifeline in the midst of chaos. They evacuated the wounded under heavy fire. The medevac helicopters, often referred to as angels of mercy, played a crucial role in saving countless lives. These missions were fraught with danger, but the determination of the crews to rescue their fellow soldiers was unwavering. The battle showed the world the decisive role helicopters could play in modern warfare. Their ability to provide close air support, transport troops quickly, and perform medical evacuations under fire demonstrated their versatility and effectiveness. Ia Drang and other battles proved the helicopter's worth. These machines became symbols of hope and resilience, showcasing the technological advancements that could turn the tide of war. The lessons learned from these battles influenced military strategies for years to come. They could turn the tide of battle, providing a crucial advantage in the heat of combat. The legacy of helicopters in warfare is a testament to their impact, forever changing the dynamics of military engagements and highlighting the bravery of those who piloted them. Stealth and speed, the modern chopper. The helicopters of today are a far cry from their early ancestors. Advancements in technology have made them faster, stealthier, and even more deadly. The sleek lines of the Apache attack helicopter are a testament to this progress. Packed with sensors and weapons, it can operate day or night in any weather. Its firepower is unmatched. But it's not just about attack. Transport helicopters like the Chinook have also evolved, able to carry heavier loads over longer distances. The modern battlefield demands versatility, and helicopters deliver. Future of flight drones and beyond. The future of warfare is changing, and helicopters are changing with it. Drones are taking on some roles, but the chopper isn't going anywhere. It's evolving. Imagine pilotless helicopters swarming the battlefield, or heavy lift choppers carrying entire platoons of robot soldiers. The possibilities are endless. The line between helicopter and airplane is blurring. Tilt-rotor aircraft like the Osprey, able to take off vertically and fly like planes, are just a taste of what's to come. A new battlefield: how choppers changed war. Helicopters didn't just change how wars are fought, they changed the battlefield itself. Before their introduction, armies were often limited by the terrain they had to navigate. Moving troops and supplies over mountains, rivers, and dense jungles was a logistical nightmare. But with the advent of helicopters, these natural obstacles became less significant. No longer were armies bound by terrain. Helicopters could fly over any landscape, delivering troops and equipment to places that were previously inaccessible. This capability revolutionized military logistics and strategy. Mountains, rivers, jungles, none of it mattered as much. The ability to bypass these obstacles meant that armies could move faster and more efficiently. This was a game changer in many conflicts, allowing for rapid deployment and surprise attacks. The helicopter brought a new dimension to warfare: the vertical flank. This maneuver allowed forces to attack from above, catching the enemy off guard. It added a new layer of complexity to military tactics and planning. It allowed armies to strike from anywhere, anytime. Whether it was a remote mountain pass or a dense jungle, helicopters could deliver troops and supplies with precision. This flexibility was invaluable in both offensive and defensive operations. This fundamentally changed how generals thought about strategy. No longer confined to traditional ground routes, they could plan operations that took advantage of the helicopter's unique capabilities. This led to more dynamic and flexible battle plans. The impact of the helicopter on warfare is undeniable. From the jungles of Vietnam to the deserts of the Middle East, helicopters have played a crucial role in countless conflicts. Their ability to provide close air support, transport troops, and conduct reconnaissance has made them indispensable. It has saved countless lives, tipped the balance in battles, and continues to evolve alongside the changing face of conflict. Medevac helicopters, for instance, have been a lifeline for wounded soldiers, providing rapid evacuation and medical care in the heat of battle. The whirring blades, once a novelty, are now a symbol of modern warfare itself. As technology advances, helicopters will continue to adapt, ensuring they remain a vital component of military strategy for years to come.